Hi, and welcome back to Stop the Clock with Brad. I'm glad you found the channel, and thanks for tuning in. If you liked the episode, please give it a like. If you watch a few and you like those, go ahead and subscribe. Maybe we can learn and help each other. Well, it's January 2024, and it's World Carnivore Month. Yay! So hopefully a lot of new people are trying carnivore. Hopefully a lot of us are staying with it because it's helped so many of us. And so this episode, I want to talk about something I haven't talked about yet, and I don't see covered a whole lot, especially on the social channels, is doing carnivore with a family, like I am. So it's easy, I won't say easy, but it's way easier to do the carnivore diet if you're just a single person living by yourself. You can eat your steak at night. You can eat your liver. You can eat your heart. You can eat your fish, whatever carnivore dish you want to cook, right? Because it's just you. But do your kids want to eat steak every night? No. And can we afford to feed our entire family steak every night? No. So how do us people with a family successfully pull it off? Well, it's not easy. It takes a little planning. But I want to talk about 3 or 4 things that I've discovered over these 3 years that have really helped me out. One of those is making family-friendly carnivore meals. So what are those? Those are, well, like we said, we can all have steak once in a while, right, as a whole family. My family likes steak. Burgers. Burgers are a great option. Meatloaf, meatballs, things like that. If you're not hardcore carnivore and you're like a keto person or that keto carnivore-ish type deal, that's easy too. Casseroles. There's a taco casserole I make where I just eat the casserole, the meat, cheese, and eggs, and then they use tortillas with it and chips, that kind of thing. So everybody enjoys that. Lots of casseroles like that. That's one good thing that I found is really helpful. And that's another thing that is also with the carnivore diet we can do with the food is we can wrap our organ meat into the food and therefore help our families be healthier. So my family loves hamburgers, loves them, loves this taco casserole I was just talking about. Well, last week I made a taco casserole entirely of ground beef heart. They had no idea. They just ate it and loved it. So look at all the nutrients that my wife and children got by doing that. I made hamburgers the same week, half beef heart, half ground beef. Ate those. Again, looking at the nutrition. Beef heart is really flexible being able to do that because the taste isn't weird. Now with something like liver, we can't do that because I've tried everything. I've tried soaking it in milk, soaking it in buttermilk, vinegars, all kinds of stuff. You just cannot take that unique liver taste away from it. I like it, and I'm fortunate that my wife, who grew up eating it in Turkey, she likes it too. So we can have liver for dinner, just have the kids can have something else. So try that. You never know until you actually serve it to them. Maybe you'll find 1 or 2 people in your family or that you live with, right, roommates, that like liver as well. And so then maybe you're not going to eat it with everyone, but you can eat it with a few people. But trust me, if you know something more than I do, put it in the comments, but do not try to hide liver in something that takes a while to make. I've tried it. You can taste it, and it was a total waste of time because my family, they simply would not eat it. So that's my first thing there. Then the other thing is every meal can't be a keto or a carnivore meal together. So in that instance, if you're cooking, you don't want to cook 2 meals in one night. So then meal prep ahead of time, either your carnivore food or the family's food. A couple examples, like my family loves spaghetti, so I can make them spaghetti. If I just want to eat the spaghetti sauce, I can, but I can make them spaghetti, and it's just 4 of us, so 3 of them eating it. They can eat that for 2 nights. That gives me the flexibility to cook a steak that I want to make or cook some other meal for me, because then I'll have that kind of time. If we're all busy, I'll go ahead and cook 2 or 3 steaks at a time. or I'll do a bigger crock pot dish with me with like a shoulder or something like that, where I cook that ahead of time. So planning is definitely a big help with the carnivore diet. So we usually on Sundays we'll look and see what our meal plan is that week. Planning really helps us not get into food emergencies, because it's not just my health that I care about my family's. So if we get into emergency where we only have time for like my carnivore food, I don't want them to have to order fast food or something like that to eat. So the planning's really a big thing for us. Then the third and final one has been my biggest bugaboo. It's do not keep sweets or desserts in common areas of the house. Like we've heard about like captains being shipwrecked, hearing that siren song from a mermaid. That's me. If I'm in the living room and there's sweets in the pantry, I can almost hear them talking to me. So I know I'm not the only one, but if someone tells you that they've been on the carnivore diet for, a year or two, and now they don't want sweets anymore, that's not true for me. I've been on the carnivore diet for almost 3 years. And what's changed for me is I'll no longer like get in my car and go buy sweets. I won't go in the kitchen and take ingredients like sugar, flour, and butter, those things, and make a dessert. But if there's a cookie sitting there and I'm left to my own devices, I will want to eat that cookie. If there's ice cream in the freezer, I will want to eat that ice cream. And so what do? If they want ice cream, we go out and get ice cream. We don't keep it at home. Go get ice cream. I don't have to have the ice cream there. It's in the evening. I'm not wanting the ice cream. I want the ice cream after I've eaten and I'm bored, like at 8:30 at night. So that. We label desserts. I know this sounds terrible, but it's like if it's a pack of cookies, I don't want them in the kids' room because they'll eat them all. So we just label them. That gives accountability to everybody who took the cookie, so we know who's eating what. That stops me from eating those type of things. But yeah, even after being on the diet this long, being on this lifestyle this many years, it doesn't matter. If there's junk food there that I like, I want to eat it. And the reason being is I've had it before. Before I was on the carnivore diet, I ate all kinds of junk food, right? That's why I was unhealthy. So I know what it tastes like. And guess what? It tastes good. But after I eat it, do I feel good the next day? No. And so my willpower is not where some people's are. And so by doing these things, cooking together, prepping our meals, and not getting sweets where I'm left to my own devices and I can get to them, but they can still enjoy their lives, that helps us to live a more harmonious carnivore lifestyle where I'm the only one doing it. Do we still have our road bumps where we have food arguments about things? Well, sure. But hey, look at the big things. Now there's no seed oils in our home. You can't taste oil, so there's no fight over seed oils. There's no margarine or that kind of butter in our home anymore. We just use all grass-fed, unsalted, salted butter. So those are all victories. I don't expect my family to go on the carnivore diet. They don't need to. They're in good shape eating like they are. So having a way that I can do it to be healthy and that we can all exist together, that's just a wonderful thing for all of us. And so I hope any of you in the same situation that I am in right now, I hope you're having equal success, or if you're not, maybe these tips will help you. So again, thanks for watching the episode. And again, remember, together, we can stop that clock.